Dinaway, Mahakana Dog, and welcome to another edition of the Blue Green Ocean Road with your host, David R. Stenberg. How are you, bud?
Pretty good, man. Still texting.
Still texting, still gathering.
Did you ever read these, George? Cosmic Trigger?
No.
Robert Anton. Yeah, he's got a Castanedator in here. He talks about everybody.
Yeah, well, they're both contemporaries. They're both publishing at the same time. No, I haven't. Sorry to say. I mean, I've seen interviews with him. I've listened to interviews with him. But no, I haven't read anything by him. So, what's up with him? What have you been reading?
Yeah.
Quote of passage.
We'll talk. Wait for Mike. I watched. I was going to watch that cat movie. That animated cat movie.
Yeah.
But they want money, and that looks like one of those that are going to be like free on Netflix soon. You know what I mean?
I'm sure it is.
And
it's not that important.
No,
There's like a.
I just don't. I'm just going to wait.
There's a wonderful psychedelic element to it, though. I mean, the animation's so beautiful that it has like a beautiful psychedelic element. Anyway,
talking about psychedelics.
That cat.
Yeah.
The cat movie, Mike.
I
heard it was
good.
I
was just saying, visually, I mean, it's like just absolutely beautiful. It's something very trippy and I don't know, some very psychedelic elements to it. And,
that's cool. What's it
called?
If
you enjoy such things, if you enjoy those things.
Yeah. Who would like anything like that?
So
what venue
on?
did you see it on?
I saw it on. I saw it here at the house on Max.
Max.
Yeah, well, Max. Remember Cinemax?
Yeah.
Well, they combined with HBO, and now they just are called Max. Did this like 2-3 years ago, and so you just call it the Max, I guess.
Yeah, I don't get that channel.
Well, like I wouldn't either, but my daughter gets a discount because she's a student, so yay to that, I guess, So
yeah, that's good.
Well, boys, I'm officially an old man now.
Why's that?
On the Medicare.
About time.
Well, yeah, just in time to lose it.
Well,
yeah.
Here I am. No longer can pretend. Hey. No longer can.
You're an old man.
I'm an old man. Stop it. No.
Grumpy old man with a white beard.
Grumpy old man yelling at the dog. Goddamn fucking dog.
Yelling at kids driving by the house. Slow down.
Jesus fucking Christ. Yes, I went to go get the mail the other day, and cars are whipping by, and I'm like, slow down, you baby. Going too fast. Old man here. Gonna cross the road.
Yep.
George, you remember Donnie Darko?
Have I got?
Did you ever see it?
Oh, yeah.
Remember
I
the
did.
old woman, she kept going across. Whoops, there might be mail. Nope. So you should write that bitch.
Yep. Me.
You see Donnie Darko, Mike?
Is that the one with the big rabbit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it a long time ago.
Hey, George, remember that box of books you sent me when I lived in Tahoe?
Yes.
I finally read Orphans of the Sky.
Oh.
I've had this forever. I didn't read it there. I read different I read a lot of shit up there, but I never got to this. Yeah, George sent me this great book of box of books when I was in Tahoe. That was I didn't tell him. I didn't tell you I was doing that. That was like in my own head. I'm going to a cabin. I'm just going to read. I'm going to stay away from all electronics. Space Tea.
Yes.
Anyway, I read
Well,
it this week. This is a quick read. It's good.
good. What'd you think? Oh, you thought it was good.
Yeah. It go at the end. It what was this written like in 1941? Remember the women? They grab like women. They just grab them. And it's like one. She's out. She's unruly and she lost a tooth. And then they finally make it like the happy ending is they land on the planet, right? They find a planet they can breathe on, and they got these women. And they got these women, right? That they could just boss around. Ah, fuck me. It was such an odd ending. But it's 1941. Is you know what I mean?
Well, it's
How
so
did-
weird that so much sci-fi was written like had this like fetish quality to it. You know, there were like a bunch of guys who probably didn't get laid a lot. You know, so they had like these like it's like
No,
all
this is
these
how
like
women got treated.
fantasies.
I love this painting.
Well,
Well,
yes, but it is a commentary on how women get treated. But you know, you can't help but you know look at this and kind of say, oh yes, this guy's not getting laid much. You know, and this is a proper fantasy of
sci- science
some of
fiction
the
fans, science fiction fans in general haven't gotten laid much. Let's
They,
face
they
it.
just
true.
don't get it. You know? They don't know nothing
Having said that,
because they're reading this shit.
Heinlein's one of my favorite authors.
I freely admit that yes, also in my case. But it's my original draw to it. There we are. Yes. So the Medicare thing,
Yeah, how'd that go?
it's not so bad. I found out I was already signed up for it, and that the formality that she just had to check some boxes and send in the paperwork and stuff
Ah,
like that.
already in
But
the
they
system,
automatically
eh?
sign you up for it. I mean, the Social Security automatically signs you up for it and
Hey, buddy.
automatically sets up the deduction process, you
Wow.
know, assuming that that's what you want. And I guess you can decline it at some point if you want to. But why would you do that, I guess?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Mike's coming. Here he is. Hey,
Coming.
Mike.
Morning, Mike.
Morning.
So how was your
You
night
guys
at the
talking about
casino?
robots?
No, we're talking about
talking
your
about
night at the
robots?
casino.
No, I don't. I took a walk through, man. It was weird. So,
Yeah.
Casinos
So
are
it's
weird.
brand new, right? It's just
right, first day, hard open.
wow. Did you
What do
get
you
any
know, hot
customers?
Nah, I didn't.
Good.
I imagine in the future I will, though.
No, don't do it.
Picked up people from the Dover one, 10 miles from
Yeah.
here before. Basically, just you pick them up there, bring them to the bank, and bring them back.
That's very sad.
Chasing their money.
It's the only machine to make a money.
Yeah.
Yep.
You should put a slot machine in your car.
Yeah.
You should. See, I didn't know. I thought it was legal
Ding,
now.
ding,
Yeah, a little
ding,
touch
ding, ding.
pad in the back there. Yeah.
It doesn't really work. It's just a lever. Throw a coin in it and pull it. And it punches
See, a
you
lot
in
of-
his face.
Buy a couple fireworks.
Yeah, so it'd be like you're down in was that North and South Carolina or just South Carolina? They have the video slots everywhere and the fireworks everywhere and
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
and
I guess it's been a long time since I've been down there. I remember fireworks everywhere, but I don't remember video slots.
do you remember the
That's a good
video
thing.
poker slots? Well, video poker games in every like bar and convenience store. Don't remember that?
Well, I guess it's been a long time since I've been down there.
Well,
Do the scratch
that's
tickets
probably-
down there.
there's scratchies everywhere. Yeah.
It's true.
That's a sad thing, man. It really is. It's just like a poor tax or tax for the mathematically challenged, I guess, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And tons of middle-aged couples walking in and out, something to do on a Friday.
Yeah, let's lose the rent.
Yeah.
Come on,
Well,
let's
some
go.
people see it as like high culture,
Come on, baby,
Some
let's live in the
people,
car.
I mean, they
I
think
got an
it's
aunt and
like a.
uncle. I'm sorry, George. I'm talking over you.
No, no,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead. Probably making the same point, but go ahead.
I think so. I have an aunt and an uncle who that they put aside, like, they're wealthy, so they put aside like $200, which is what they would spend on a Friday or Saturday night, going out to dinner and whatever. And so they take that $200 and they go to casino, have dinner there, play games for a while, and then they leave. And that's like they cut off right there. They're not going into the bank account for more money.
Yep.
But to them, that's like entertainment. They love it. And like,
Yeah.
if they can afford that, they spend that on a Friday night anyway. Like,
Yeah,
more power
Well,
to you. You know?
that's
There's a lot of
probably
people.
as good as it gets, then I guess, right?
I've done it. I've done
Well,
it
there's
with
fine
friends.
dining. There's usually entertainment, and they like playing the games. So,
Yeah.
if it doesn't, like any other vice, if it doesn't run your life, then no harm.
Yep.
There's always
And
people,
one
no
day-
matter what vice you're talking about, there's always people who go overboard.
There's always that hope one day they're gonna hit it big, right?
Well, yeah, that's what intermittent reinforcement is all about. That's what gets people to keep going back to the scratchies and to the blackjack table and whatever else, is that the casinos understand this, and they'll always be making 14 to 15% on any dollar that's coming in, even if they have to pay out this and that for whatever reason. It's the intermittent reinforcement that the anticipation of winning, the anticipation that it's just another gameplay away from winning is what keeps people coming back to this stuff.
Yep.
It's a well
Really,
understood and
really-
well studied bit of human nature, that casinos rely on, all gambling relies on.
Money that you can tune the machines to pay out percentages. Some
Right.
of the casinos advertise we pay out 95%. The ones at the airport pay out 5%. You tune them.
Well, yeah, when you think about it, with every dollar you invest, you get $1.05 back. So you're always making 5% on every dollar that you have to pay out, no matter
Right.
what. And the return of the dollar. So you're always making that 5%, which is a good return on any investment.
Right.
And if you can up that to 14 to 15%, that's really good. That's a lot of money coming in.
Uh,
Gambling is an
I've never-
investment.
Yeah, it depends on
Well,
which
see-
side of the machine you're on.
That's right.
Yeah. You throw a bone to the Department of Education and your local municipality to try to, make it seem like you're doing a community a service.
We're doing this for the children.
Well, this is one of those dying malls, and real small.
Yeah.
It had it's got a job lots on one side. It's got
Well,
a
that's a good thing.
it's got a dollar store on the other side. Papa
Okay.
Gino's,
Yeah, future.
a Subway.
All right. Well,
the
the
middle
subway,
was
I
basically-
can't take that.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that, George.
That's
I ain't eating no Subway.
The middle was basically a wasteland.
Stop. I'm losing my will to live.
I on a walking program, over the winter and stuff, and sometimes when it's just really too bad to walk outside, I've gone over there to walk, do some laps, and I did it like once, and I was so depressed, I never went back.
Well, believe me, a job lot store, I'm not depressed. I think that's a wonderful thing. I think every
job lots
community
is
can benefit from a job lot
Right.
store. And
Hey.
I have there's no shame in loving a job lot store as far as I'm
No.
concerned. No.
No, the blot, man. I'm at the blot
Yeah.
all the time.
Full of stuff I didn't know I needed.
That's right.
There's a lot of good. There's a lot of good like gourmet foods there and stuff. Cheap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
food.
Bob's Red Mill. All those whole grains from Bob's
Yeah.
Red Mill.
Yep.
Yep.
Jars of artichokes, pickled artichokes, shit like that.
That's it.
Yeah,
Yep.
there's
Oh
glass
yeah.
jars. Sauerkraut.
Canned
Does
fish.
yours does your blot have that table where if you whatever you buy off this one table, you get a card with that amount back? So then you
I
can
saw
spend that card on anything else,
Oh.
you know?
I saw that once. I haven't seen it again.
Yeah.
I don't. That was like a few years ago, and then I haven't noticed it since. If they have it, it's not very prominently featured. Oh, but they
Yeah.
did have like backpacks for school. That if you bought one, they would
Coats too.
donate one.
Yeah, the coat
Cool.
thing, yeah, the coat thing.
Yeah.
Donate a coat. You could get a coat for free.
Yeah. This one, if you donate a coat, they give you the money for the coat. So
My uncle
you got to
John
spend it there, you know. But yeah.
used to
Good
teach
deal.
at this school where there's like there's the guy who founded Job Lot Store had two daughters in the school my uncle taught at, and they hosted the graduation party for one of the daughters for her class, and he went to it. He said it was great. It was the people that the guys who ran the store was great. He ran the company. It was great. Very generous. And they're nice people. This was a few years back. I'm sure.
I did
Who knows?
some real work for that guy. Down
Oh,
in
yeah?
his house in Matunic. Yeah.
Ooh, Matunic. Nice.
Yeah, it's Rhode Island based.
Yeah. Ocean State blot.
Had a house
Where
down
was
there,
the first
Mike?
one in Johnston?
That guy have a house down there,
Yeah, right on the water.
right on the water, before or after the ocean mist.
It depends on which direction you're going.
From
North.
drunk land. Yeah, north.
East west.
North to south.
Is it east or west
From the
of
highway
the
in.
Ocean State? Is
Right.
is
Well,
it
it's
east
up
or
the
west
beach,
of
north.
the Ocean State?
From
Northeast
one
of,
end.
of the ocean mist.
So it's off the beach up into.
Dave Sherman's parents lived on that beach. They had a trailer.
This ain't no trailer.
No, but the trailer was on the beach, like the Rockford Files and shit. That's pretty cool.
Oh,
Anyway,
yeah, it's a good
I
store
remember.
though.
It's a good store. I got my shoe spikes up at the Ocean State Job Lot up in New Hampshire,
That's right. I remember that.
and
Yeah,
I
years
use them all
ago.
the time down here.
Yep.
Things
Remember
get
that
really
years
icy.
ago. We were trying to go for a hike and it was too damn icy. And yeah, I remember that. That was like that was a bunch of years ago.
Yep, I still have them. Still use them. They work great. We had the same kind of conditions this year that we had that time up in New Hampshire.
Yeah.
So, yep, slip them on your shoes outside. Don't put them on in the house.
No.
So yesterday was the first day I didn't have to carry buckets of water. That's good. Sign of spring.
Oh yeah.
The hose is thawed out.
What color is your hose?
One of them
Color?
black. Two of them are black and one of them's green.
You take the black hose or whatever the hose anyway. Black's always the best color for this, and you keep it suspended off the ground, and keep so the sun gets at it. And you usually get by on the days where it warms up in the middle of the day to melt the ice, and that's how I use it. I keep it up off the ground.
I
And I
had
keep it on the majority of it on the deck, so the sun bakes it.
Yeah, it's nice and warm
Use
there.
the hose.
I had this one spot that kind of got a pile of a snowbank plowed on top of it, so it had to melt that
Yeah.
before I could wrench it from the ice.
That's good things. How's the horse doing?
He's all right. He's old. He's 24 or 25, somewhere in there.
Oof.
Or he's going to be 25. Yep,
So that's
he's
old.
all right.
That's old. That's old for a horse.
Yeah. Yeah, that's an older horse. Yeah, average lifespan for them is about 25.
Oh wow.
But he could live to be 40, you know. Take care of him. Don't stress him.
What's hay gonna? How much is hay gonna be when he's 40?
I don't know. I don't want to know.
Was it
What's
like
hay up to now?
$12? I saw
No,
one time.
we buy it. We buy a whole bunch of it at a time, and we get big bales for $9.
Nice. I remember when hay was going from $1.50 a bale to $1.75, and people thought that was outrageous. Oh my God. Bale of hay for $1.75.
I remember my grandfather complaining when it went from 35 to 50 cents a bale. 50 cents a bale, geez.
What's this world coming to?
My father complained that he had to cut it with a sickle. They had
Really?
My grandfather had it and a stone too, the wheel stone. That's how they fucking did it. That whole field.
Wow.
Yeah, down Snake Hill, that was all hay. By the time I got around, they just burned it. Fire departments come down and burn that field.
Yeah, I remember in the springtime, they used to burn all the different fields around Harmony at night.
Yeah.
Did
yeah,
they do it at
cool.
night?
I could see it
Yeah.
from the house. We could see the first time I saw it as a little kid. Fucking fields
Yeah.
on fire. And there was all these firemen around.
That killed all the weeds and it fertilized the soil. It was really good for the hay.
Yeah.
And they used to do it at night so you could see any little fires that started that got away from them.
Plus, it looked cool.
Plus, it looked cool, and it smelled cool to me when I was little.
Oh yeah, I mean, it still does. There's somebody around here's got a wood stove. I take a deep breath. It reminds me of like campgrounds and shit. That kind, like oak, just oak. All these memories come back. My first kiss, all this shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
First
that's one of
kiss.
the greatest triggers of memory is smells. Odors can bring back in ways other things can't.
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
Oh yeah, man. That first Subway sandwich smell.
That the last Subway sub I ever got, I threw out my window while I was driving. I couldn't even stand the smell. It was a meatball. I hadn't opened it or ate it. It was just in the car, and I couldn't stand it. I was like, "What the fuck?" Right? And it's like there was a turd in it or something. That was the last time I went there. Flung out my window towards towards the starving. Fucking shit.
Don't you wanna
Starving
be like
roadside
Jared?
critters.
Don't you want to be like Jared and eat nothing but Subway?
Do I want to be
Yeah.
like Jared? Is that what you just said?
Keep your hands out of those
Yeah.
little boys'
That's
pants.
good. How you doing?
Jared's going to those. Jared's going to
Hey,
those
there's
things
this
there
shit going
too.
on.
Yeah, man. You.
Hey, baby. La, la, la.
Woo.
Yeah.
We used to go down to the big penny market, and buy a loaf of Italian bread, right? And then we'd have them make a whole fucking grinder on this thing, right? And
Yeah.
eat that all day
Oh,
long,
yeah.
man.
What? What the hell's a grinder?
A
Yeah,
grinder.
there was a store in Johnston we used to go to get it was a half loaf of Italian bread grinder, filled. It was a good, really good value. Like it was the
Yeah,
best sandwich you could buy, for the money.
Yeah.
You know what?
Grinder.
Up the street there, Dave, to you is the Father and Son Deli next
Yeah.
to the original bakery.
More lettuce the
They
better,
make
the
a
guy said. This
it makes a fine sandwich there.
half a fucking head of lettuce in there with oil, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it's fucking awesome, Yeah.
Yep.
It's a loaf.
Nothing like a good grinder.
I like it.
And the Subway is nothing like a good grinder.
Yeah, there's nothing there.
Even those Italian loaves, man, they're like this big. They come in a white bag.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know?
that bread. That bread had some
whole
like
thing,
yogurt
that
mat
whole
in it or
thing.
something.
It's
Remember that?
semolina.
That whole damn thing was a sandwich.
Yeah. Nice.
You could stuff one of those full of meatballs. I've had one like that one time. That was wonderful.
That went out my window. No shit. Yeah, it was a meatball.
The
We
meatball
used to go-
sub, yeah.
When I was a
The last
little
one I ever
kid,
bought at a Subway. It's like 4 years now or more.
when I was a little kid, I used to sleep over my grandparents. We go out, me and my grandfather would go out riding for, early in the morning Saturday. My grandmother would pack us sandwiches to take. And they were always like, split piece of a loaf split with either her eggplant in it or meatballs or
Nice.
really good meatballs, Dave. You wouldn't throw these out the window.
No, I know. These are Subway meatballs.
We'd find
Yeah.
some place to park. The horse could graze grass, and we'd have our sandwiches. And it was always like, part of a loaf split in half,
Nice.
Good memories. We'd be out all day.
What
Yeah.
happened to that meatball sandwich that Dave threw out the window?
Yeah, probably a couple of crows choked on it. Gave it
Some coyote came by.
It was in. It was on Atwood Ave.
Dave's killing crows.
Yeah, the
Crow
crows got-
murderer.
I've fed crows before. When I worked
Yeah.
in a grocery store, there was a field behind, and they used to make me throw food away. It used to drive me fucking crazy. I just like, I hated doing it.
Yeah.
So I used to talk, I threw a lot of corn on the cob out there, right? We had corn, and I'm flinging
Yeah.
it out there because of Heckle and Jekyll, right? Remember, this is all I know about crows at the time. I don't know if they wanted it. They didn't seem to go wild, but they were out there. Maybe they went after it later, but that's what I was. Corn. I'd shuck it too. I'd shuck it, throw it out there. I kind of pictured them going. Fucking.
I know the chickens would go crazy over something like that. They love corn on the cob.
Yeah.
They'll eat
chicken
that right
surprised
up.
me.
Cooked or uncooked, they'll eat that.
That one with a mouse in his mouth. I went, whoa, that's cool. I didn't even know that. I didn't know that shit.
Really?
No way.
Chickens are dinosaurs,
I don't
man.
know shit about chickens. The only thing I know about chickens is because of George, though.
They're closely related to T-Rex.
Yeah, yeah. I like his one with the furry feet.
Oh, the chicken with the furry.
Yeah, that was.
Well,
cool.
probably T-Rex
Well,
probably had that with
yeah, yeah.
feathers.
Sure.
Uh,
They're probably wings
Yeah.
too. Like those little
See,
things.
some people complain that feathers on dinosaurs makes them less scary. I don't think so at all.
I'm just used to,
no.
the movies. Like I'm just
Anybody
used to it.
anybody who ever had a Rhode Island red rooster knows how scary that is.
Yeah.
A rooster the size of a T-Rex. Oh
You
yeah.
ever see Food
That's
of the
terrible.
Gods? You ever see that movie Food of the Gods?
Oh yeah.
That scared the living fuck out of me. The giant, and that was just forced perspective. The big rooster.
Yeah, yeah.
Ah, right? But fuck me. Me and Ricky, after we saw that, we were in my yard, right? We had to pee outside, and we were we were scared. Yeah, I was fucking freaking. Like giant rats, all that. That movie was so stupid when I saw it again. I watched it again as an adult, older.
Yeah.
Brother.
Yeah, right?
Remember that giant wasp? It's just a backpack, and that guy go, but it was a giant wasp. Holy fuck. That thing worked like a son of a bitch.
Yeah.
That creepy shit coming out of the ground, that was just what happened. Just that creepy white shit just started bubbling out of the ground. And the farmer discovered it could make this corn grow. And then the rats got big, and then everything got in it. Yeah, that was so fucking great, that movie.
Yeah, a lot of those sci-fi movies from our childhood, they don't hold up so well when you look at them as an adult.
Yeah, but they're still cool.
Oh,
I
yeah.
like War of the Worlds, the
Them.
53 one. That was good.
Yes, that was wonderful. I watched it
Sylvia!
last year. Yeah, I watched it last year for the first time in years, and it still holds up pretty well. It's like nicely done, especially when they, they redid the frame. They did like a frame by frame restoration, and it looked
Yeah,
beautiful. Just
it
That
was.
part where they zap that cop and
yeah,
it turns like you can see a skeleton and then he just turns into powder. That
yeah,
freaked me out when I was a kid.
Yeah, everybody out. And then, yeah, that was fucking a good. That was good. That was really good.
yeah,
They had fire gags in that one. There was those three guys on fire, right?
Yeah.
What the fuck? I've watched that. Like, I actually listened to a commentary track on that like a million times, and they even talk about the alien. That alien got me. Like,
Oh
even
yeah.
even as an adult, my last time going through before the commentary track, I kind of like look away, right? I don't know why. It's just like that fucking hand, that thing, right? And
You just see his hand.
the puppeteer
yeah,
was hoping that it would hold together. It was still wet, hadn't dried, and then it was just on a dolly. And when it left, like the a grip would just pull it out, and it stayed on the dolly until it got off the shot. They got the shot one time, and of course the other thing is just a cutout and a shadow, right? It's fucking so cool. That fucking got me though. Oh my god.
Oh yeah. That was a scary one.
And
yeah.
they always do that. They grab the girl and just shake the living fuck out of her. You know those two were in the
Common
new
trope.
one? The Tom Cruise one?
Yeah.
Those two, they were the grandparents at the end. Everybody was safe. Those were the two.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. That was pretty
Oh,
cool.
wow.
I
Yeah,
told
I
you
didn't
about
know.
that. You were supposed to go to that drive-in to see that night.
Yeah, I didn't go.
We had this wild thunder and lightning with no rain. Fortunately, we were at the drive-in watching the War of the Worlds, and just when all the shit started to happen, the battle and the things exploding, and this thunderstorm, came out, and it was lightning flashing and thunder crashing and wind howling all through the battle scene.
Perfect.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was the best 3D effects I've ever had.
Yeah, fuck yeah,
Great.
man. That's cool. Oh, did you go see that Zeppelin movie?
No, not yet.
No. I watched Presence. It's Steven Soderbergh's new movie, right? And Lucy Liu. Presence
yeah?
it's in a house, and it's a camera, and that's the presence. It's in point of view of the presence.
Mm.
It's fucking great. I watched it last night.
What channel?
I rented it. It's $9. You can wait.
Presents. Okay.
But yeah, I loved
Always,
it. I fucking loved it. That was
always up for a
good.
Lucy
And the
Liu
end.
film.
All right, I'm not gonna tell you the ending. I'm not telling you the ending, but hair stood up. Right? I'd like, I puffer fished. I'd like scared cat. My hair. Like I'm getting bigger. Ugh. It was no shit. It was like that. Yeah. Son of a bitch. Yeah, Steven Soderbergh's great. I love his movies. So I had to do it. And nobody saw it. Like, there's a lot of great movies that nobody fucking sees.
Well, so much comes out, and you hardly know what's out,
Yeah, you gotta
because
find them.
not much gets promoted anymore.
Follow,
It's
follow
like,
directors. Follow
Some things
screenwriters.
go right to
know?
video. And here's something I go by. If it's science fiction, right? I want to see some good science fiction. You read the reviews, and when people say it's like boring, it sucks.
Oh yeah.
That's a good sci-fi movie.
This movie should be called Patience, because it's not. Yeah, a lot of all the comments is boring. I think it's got like a yeah.
That means it's going to be good.
Well,
If a lot of
sometimes it is
people looking at sci-fi and they're all saying it's boring,
yeah.
that means
They want to shoot. They just want to shoot them ups.
yeah. This means it's got concepts, like
Yeah.
interesting concepts. It's something.
This thing
The
was
other-
so cool though. the way they did it, and what, yeah. But it's slow, but it's not
The other
uninteresting.
reviews I really rely on are your reviews, you guys.
Yeah, I don't know,
And
but I'm on
EJ,
the fence
too.
with this. You might find it, but because I like to get creeped out, you know. So that's what I miss about, like, I saw Alien the first time and I didn't know where the jump was. So you watch it the first time, right?
Yeah.
It's like there's an elastic band at your eye, and you're just waiting for just do it already. You know what I mean? It's like, Christ, oh, it's called Alien.
Yep. That was great. You can't relive. It's sad you can't relive that so much. Like when you first see something like that, that's really good, and
Well,
Yeah.
it was a
contacts
great
like that.
experience.
Back,
Yeah.
it's just good God, yeah.
That movie Moon. I wish I could see that one over again for the first time.
That was
I
good.
know the punchline, so it's kind of
Remember, when, like, he first sees the other guy, you're going, "What the fuck is happening?" Right?
yeah.
Yeah, it was just that was. Yeah, Sam Rockwell's
I want to
great.
relive that part. I want to relive that part where I don't know what the fuck is happening.
He didn't know. That was so good. That
Like the
was
first
so good.
Matrix. I want to see the Matrix again for the first time and not know what it's all
Oh
about.
yeah, that was good.
Just give it a couple
we were
more
in the
years,
theater
man.
that night. The Matrix was playing, and we went to the showcase and watched that Star Wars movie. We all were there. The other theater was playing The Matrix, and we were watching Natalie Portman, puberty,
Yeah.
some fucking thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
I thought
Oh
when I
my.
saw the previews for the Matrix, I thought it was a police movie. I didn't know what it was. I wasn't interested.
I don't know.
You
what
made
it
me
was.
watch it. You're like, no, you got to see this. You got to see this right now. You sat me down down in your basement there. You made me
Oh, is
watch
that right? We did that. I remember we did that a couple of times.
it. Yeah.
We took it.
No, you got to see the Matrix. It was
I
good.
got worried, but it was Pulp Fiction and the Gimp scene. George was
Oh
there.
God.
And then they played disco. I got you. And you groaned. You audibly groaned. I knew the disco might get you. I got a clue of what'll get to you, you know?
Yeah. Well.
Like quantum physics, for instance.
Yeah.
Mike writes me this email. It's a blog post. This is like, it's all right, Mike. It says,
Don't.
I think it's in caps. There's caps. There's capital letters. Like
I don't know how to italicize.
I was
I
thinking,
use
it's like,
caps instead of italics.
you should do. This is content. This is a lot, right? That should be like a Substack. You should just post it up there. You know, your response to the other thing, because it's thought out and all that shit, but it's nuts. Like,
Oh, I'm nuts.
Yeah, that would be a great place to post it.
no, I just like,
In
yeah,
the
thanks for the
comments
effort.
of our
I have
of the
a
video, of the
Substack.
podcast.
I
This
just
is
haven't
hot.
written anything on it yet.
This is the pot. I will respond now. I wasn't typing shit. I said, I'll just see you Saturday, right? I'm looking at this. No, I don't have the patience. I was impressed, though. I said, look, Mike put a lot of fucking thought into this, you know? So, anyway, it says, there's no reason
didn't
to
really.
believe that the universe wouldn't exist without an observer, right? But what that one part is actually, he's saying is like, yeah, the universe is there, right? But when the observer looks at it, it changes, right? And it's like, whoa,
Well, yeah, he
that's
can
a thought.
only see what. Yeah, he can only see what he can see.
Yeah,
He's not
Like,
seeing the universe as it
looking at
is.
it changes. Like, here you are, and now this is here, I guess, you know? Ooh, a teapot. Or whatever the fuck is going on. You know what I mean? And that's from Heisenberg. So,
Oh, good old Heisenberg.
you know, Heisenberg.
Not Walter White
That's
Heisenberg.
a big name in the thing.
That's a
You know
that's
what
a
he
name
says
in
right
the
at the
thing.
beginning? He says
That's
that
the
there
thing
was a-
about
there was
the
a-
thing.
There was a show with Walter White and Heisenberg there. What's that
Yeah,
called?
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad.
yeah, Breaking Bad.
So the review I got on that was from Mike. and he goes, "Don't start watching this."
It's true.
He
Yeah.
says, "I'm hooked. I can't stop. Don't
It'll
start,
enslave you.
Father. Don't start."
Uh,
True.
So
yep.
as
Good
soon as
advice.
I had an opportunity, of course, I was like, I got to see what Mikey's gotten hooked on.
Whatever you do not watch this TV show.
Do not start this. Yeah.
I was
I
hooked
saw.
when he pulled away and there was an oil puddle under his car. Right? He's my age. He's actually my fucking age in the whole thing. Right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Me too.
and his car leaked oil. Right? He had mortgage. He was like, yeah, he's just hanging out by his fingertips. All right, that's me. You
Yeah.
know? Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then, holy shit. And then,
Well,
holy
that's
shit.
not me.
That's not me though. I hope.
I saw something
No.
the last couple of nights on the Netty. If you're looking for something to watch, I thought was incredibly done. It's a Netflix production, a Brit production called Adolescence, and it's about it's about a kid that gets it's about someone a student that gets murdered by another student at this high school.
Ooh.
I would recommend this to any.
For
I
real?
thought it was just really incredibly done. No, it's not a documentary or
Oh.
anything. It's a drama, and just check it out. If you're looking for something to watch, there's only like 4 parts to it. I would, if
Adolescence?
you're looking for Adolescence,
I saw
on
the
the
I
Netty.
saw I saw the trailer the other
That I
day,
got
and
nothing.
yeah, when the SWAT team breaks in the house.
yes, yes,
Yeah, I saw the trailer. Yeah,
uh,
yeah,
Gotta
looked pretty
write it down.
intense, man. Looked pretty intense.
it
Gotta write it
was.
down.
It
You
was
guys will
just
start- you're
very
gonna-
intense, and
You're gonna
it's
start
like
giving me recommendations. I got to start writing them down.
So the other
It's a-
thing, on the Netty is
Presents.
presence.
is,
Yep, I got to remember that one too.
Present. When it gets cheaper, I mean, I just like that director.
What was your thing, Mike?
I'm looking up the name. Hang on a second.
These are all Netflix, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
We'll do all these things and it will report back next Saturday.
it's the new documentary on on Charles Manson called Chaos.
Oh,
I
yeah.
saw, yeah, yeah.
I saw.
So
Yeah,
it's
that's
that
Netflix,
guy
right?
is, the guy who wrote the book was on Rogan a while back,
Uh-huh.
and it took him like 20 years to write this book.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's
Um,
all about the MK Ultra and all that stuff, you know.
Oh, cool.
It's
And,
true.
took-
Him and Ted Kaczynski were both MK Ultra grads.
yeah.
Oh, I read about a documentary coming out. You guys are gonna want to see. It's Age of Divulgence. It's gonna be this guy. He's interviewing like senators and actual people who like were involved in programs. This might be the best UFO alien documentary. I read all about it. And I
What's
thought,
it called?
these guys got to see this.
What's it called?
Age of Divulgence.
Age of Divulgence, I think. In
Yeah.
other words, like the government is slowly divulging information of.
I don't
yeah, I
know,
got
man.
you.
Sadly, I think we've seen peak divulgence from the government.
I don't know,
think
man.
that's come and gone. I think you know,
These are,
that-
these people are, all reputable. Was it Marco Rubio? There was a couple of politicians who
Yeah, Rubio's one of those
Putting
UFO
their-
guys.
putting their stuff on the line here. So I don't know. I'll watch it but I figured you guys would be
Oh.
interested in it.
oh, absolutely. Thanks. I will watch that.
Rubio could do that because his constituencies are all crazy. It's true. Perfectly fine. I mean, that when you come from a place like that, what you could be like
Yeah.
there. That's what you're doing, right? So, like, apparently, I don't know the town, but I'm guessing it's not a problem there that
Right.
gets involved in this shit. Matter of fact, they might be going, what when you're gonna get to the UFO thing?
Yeah. Like shit,
All
I
right,
gotta do
we've
something.
established
What do you
your
think you're
nuts.
up there
Well, let's
for?
get to the UFO stuff.
Yeah. Fuck. What do you think?
Anyway, I saw. Let's see. I watched this series called. What was it called? It was Robert De Niro. It's recent. He's playing an ex-president, a former president.
Yes,
Oh yeah, I saw
that was that was good.
Final Hour or it's Time's Up or some fucking thing, right? Like,
Do you think
I
that
don't know.
was
The
good?
title
What,
wasn't
the
worth
first?
remembering.
I watched the first one and I was like, eh.
eh.
You thought it was good though? I should finish
It
it.
was yeah. It was
Yeah,
okay.
it's a little slow at first. It gets rolling a bit.
I started reading the Count of Monte Cristo, right? And motherfucker, that's a grabber. That's a page turner. I'm like, holy fuck, right? And that's like 1844. Remember last week I told you that they discovered, well, they suspected that Ceres was a double star.
Yeah.
That was 1844, right? And so I looked and said, when the hell was this written? And I go 1840. Oh, that's coming up a lot. That's like
Synchronicity, man.
yeah, synchronicity. Haha. It's gonna stop showing up everywhere. Like 37.
No such thing as a coincidence.
Is it?
37.
37.
30, what?
Quick, pick a number between 1 and 100.
37.
See?
Happens all the time.
Anyway, it's good. It's like I'm just blown away by it. You know, it's like pretty cool.
Count of Monte Cristo, huh?
Yeah.
It's one of those classics.
Who was the author on that?
It's a French guy. Hold on. I got the book. I don't know.
Next thing you know, you'd be driving down the highway with your window open in the summer, and a meatball sandwich will fly in.
Alexandre Dumas.
Oh, Dumas. Yeah.
Dumas.
Yeah. So
Ah,
actually, Dave
ah.
threw that
Wow.
sandwich into a black hole, and it just the black hole opened again while you were driving down Route 37, and it came in your window.
There's
Back
a black
into your
hole, all
window.
right. Fuck yeah, man. Been through that hole a few times.
You were driving.
Isn't
you
that
get
like,
the window open.
it's probably because I'm getting old and it's kind of because an aspect of age, but I've noticed like, how like you're using something and then you put it down somewhere, but it's almost like you dropped it into a black hole, like it doesn't exist anymore. And you're like, where the fuck did I put that goddamn thing?
That's a
I
story.
just had it
That's
in my
a-
hand.
Yeah.
What the
That's the
fuck?
that
story of
age,
Mike's
man.
life, man.
That's
the
been
story of
me my
Mike's
whole
life.
life, baby. It's got nothing to do with age.
Yeah.
I swear
I
it's
spend
like a
more
black
time looking
hole
for
you
shit than
placed it
having
in.
it in my hand.
Yeah.
No, I can't relate.
Wait.
I know what you're talking about.
When your mind doesn't pay attention, right, like this, it opens a black hole. It's like the Heisenberg principle. If you're not looking at your environment, you don't understand that it's just open, empty space, and you drop it into that open, empty space because the physical environment doesn't exist if you're not actually interpreting it at the time. And so it doesn't exist anymore. It's in a space that doesn't exist in your field of vision that
Yeah.
you're incorporating, constantly incorporating into your consciousness.
That's the theory that we're in a simulation, because people say, well, how can a simulation make a universe? It doesn't make a universe. Just like a game, it just makes what you got in front of you. It doesn't render the whole fucking world.
Yes. What it can only render,
What you need,
it
right
only
there,
has
right
the
in front of you.
rendering power to render what the perspective is.
Now we're rendering chicken McNuggets. Ooh, McNuggets. And smelly Subway sandwiches. The Observer looked, and there it was, a sandwich.
It's still warm.
Thank you, universe. Thank you, matter. Thank you, atoms.
I like thinking about how the atoms that make my body are as old as the universe.
Yeah.
Like,
How
wicked
many
old.
there are?
Yeah.
Oof.
Well, it's no such thing as age. Age is an illusion. It's something that's always been and always will be, and you're just occupying this group of atoms right now.
Yeah.
You're incorporating this group of atoms.
Fucking atoms,
Uh,
man.
You're like a wave that moves through matter. You take
Sometimes
matter
it's a
in, you
string,
leave it
like-
behind you, and you keep
That's
moving
sexy,
through
man.
space time.
Sexy.
Giving Mike a boner, man.
I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use that.
You can use it.
No, honey, you're not old. You're a wave.
I'm away.
Moving through matter.
You're away.
Yeah.
You're entitled to.
Oh man. What world we live in sometimes.
Let's go to the casino, man.
It's a world. That's a world in and of its own. Huh?
We'll go sit at the bar, drink cheap well drinks, and
It
watch.
doesn't look like. Hey, you know what?
watch the
Impressed
old
me.
people
Cocked.
shit,
There you
shitting
get a good
themselves at the slot machines because they can't get up and leave the slot machines.
You know what impressed me though, in that because I just went in and looked around and used the bathroom and left, right? But when I went to the bathroom, I washed my hands, and it had 3 spouts coming out of the sink, and one was the
Uh-huh.
soap, one was hot water, and one was the air blower.
Wow.
Never seen that before. It's like
Okay.
a spout.
If you
You
put
know?
your
Yeah.
hand in wrong, all 3 go off at once.
Nothing but foam everywhere.
AI's running it. Fucking AI. They got AI on it. Ah, I got soap in my eye. Ah.
But that didn't look like cheap beer, man. It looked like real good beer. At that, I didn't get any, of course, but it, looked like a good. Wasn't no cheap stuff. Well, I'm sure they had the cheap stuff, but I'm sure it wasn't cheap.
Yeah, well, they had better have the cheap stuff because there are some people who won't drink good beer.
It's true.
It's the only casino. There's only one.
Well, you said there's one in
No, there's
Dover
one-
too,
there's one
right?
in
So
There's one in
Rochester,
Dover.
There's one-
Yeah,
one-
there's
One in
one
Rochester.
of-
There's one in Dover. There's one in what's that other town with the racetrack?
Oh, Loudon. Yep. Yeah, that's yeah.
Or
Is
it's
that a
somewhere on
tribe
that
that
route
owns
in-
them, Mikey?
No,
I
those
don't
are
know
just,
who owns.
No?
those are just state gambling facilities in New Hampshire.
Oh, that's a thing now?
I think so. Yeah, I don't know who owns it.
Track. I thought that was like a thing that you're supposed to just give it to the Indians.
No.
Oh no, yeah, no.
That's
New
enough
Hampshire.
of that. That's enough of that. Everybody get in. Yeah, you can even gamble on your fucking smartphone now, man. People are doomed. They're fucking doomed.
You could go in and claim 1/8 of that place. This is mine over here.
You see that FanDuel, right, Mikey? When you're watching baseball, you can sit there and bet on baseball while you're watching baseball.
Yeah, I never got that. So.
They advertise the fuck out of it. Every sport you
Oh,
ever
they
watch.
do. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
they do.
and then your phone too. That you get apps for your phone where you
Yeah,
can
that's
just
what it
gamble
is.
on your phone all day, and you can use to do slot machines and video poker on your phone without even leaving it at your chair in your house.
Your
So you
toilet.
can empty your
You
bank
have to get off
account
the
right there.
toilet.
Good lord.
House.
What a world.
Gambling and
Lose your
farting.
house.
Predatory world full of parasites.
You go. They're coming for you.
Right? They'll figure a way. They'll
get
figure
in.
a way. They'll
use
find
AI.
some way.
Oh, there's some way of parting you from your money.
Yeah.
So listen. You
All right, I'm listening.
N-I AI. Okay. Sorry, I started talking in letters there for a second.
But it
That
all
one-
made sense. Just speaking in
Just letters.
Wow.
That was a string of letters.
It all made sense somehow.
UN, the letter N, UNIRAI. Okay.
N-O.
Ah, well, that's spelling.
I think I'm gonna make some soda bread
Oh, good for you.
today. I got the recipe right here,
Nice.
and I'm gonna try my hand at making soda bread.
Cool.
I got disgusted yesterday. My dear wife brought home this green uh, St. Patrick's Day roll, and it was green. You know, it was full of food dye, and the cream on the inside wasn't cream. It was like that hydrogenated stuff, like Cool Whip or something like that. I couldn't eat it. I just looked at it and I said, "This is just full of nothing." So I'm gonna make some proper soda bread
Nice.
today.
Well, the chickens have got
Yeah.
something to do. They can eat green
Yeah,
bread.
I wouldn't feed that to my chickens,
Ah.
man. That's that stuff was, it's full of like seed oil and nonsense and dye and
That'd be weird if they
That'll-
didn't even
that'll end
prepare
up-
it.
and
That would end up back in you, man. You feed it to the chickens.
this is true.
Well, we're past that barrier. There's all kinds of shit in your food. Jesus Christ.
I've been enjoying it. Getting last couple of days, I got
Teflon.
last dozen eggs a day.
Nice.
I'm picking shit over here, man. I loves the eggs. In fact, I gotta go
Nice
cook
bowl.
some
You're a
as
rich
soon as this
man.
is over. Yeah. How much is it going per dozen these days? Like
$800.
$800.
It's $800. No shit.
It depends, man. If you meet the guy behind the store, you can get him a little cheap
Yeah.
or something.
Get little eggs on the side. It's just got a little
These,
crack.
these eggs fell off the truck.
You know.
Hey, did you know the Brooklyn Feed, right?
Yeah.
In 1 week, they sold 600 chicks. I mean,
Wow.
people are buying them up. They're trying to hatch a whole bunch more. 600 chicks they sold. Everybody's getting in on
Yeah, it's
this.
good for the economy panic.
Well, it's good. I mean, it's proper self-sufficiency, you
Yeah.
know, having a few chickens.
People should be growing chickens and growing some of their
Yeah.
vegetables.
Next thing you'll hear in the news is like these chickens were abused, neglected.
Well, there's always going to be a
neglected chickens.
Hell yeah, they are. Just see me twist them.
you see you choking them all the time.
And then all the towns will outlaw chickens because of one guy.
Yeah, one guy that couldn't keep it
There's
in
a
his
one-
pants.
Because of one chicken choker. All the towns will outlaw having chickens.
like on Pink Flamingos. You ever see that movie?
Oh God.
The chicken fucker.
You did not see that movie. You saw that movie? Mike saw that movie.
I saw that movie.
You watched the
Oh,
whole thing?
who
Mike?
didn't see that movie? Oh,
I got up and walked out.
I know you
I
did.
was like, that's it.
What part?
The
I
prolapse.
think it's a rite of passage. Everybody should see that
I didn't
movie.
make it
How
through
could you
that.
know? How can you talk about cinema if you haven't seen Pink
I
Flamingos?
can talk about everything but that. No shit. I mean, I knew there was somebody's going to eat
You're not
duty
missing anything, Mike.
eventually, and I was like, no, I'm not even going to go in. But I did
Don't
watch
put
the,
that
I
in
like
your
the
head,
egg
Mike.
lady. And that's
The
I've seen
Eggman.
clips. There's clips I like.
And the Eggman and
Yeah.
and Divine and oh yeah, Mink Stole and all those guys, man. This John Waters is the best. I mean, he's just a great, one of the greats.
I think the movie of his that I liked was Pecker. That was a good one.
Pecker and
All the
what
Grace.
was that one about Serial Mom and what's the Suburbia and
Yeah.
oh, and of course not shampoo. Who's the
Hairspray.
Hairspray? Yes, yes.
Yeah, that was cool. That was really stylized movie.
Not the one with John Travolta in it. That was just
No, that's
too
Johnny
close
Depp.
to home for him. No, well, Oh, that was the one with Johnny Depp. That was
That was Hairspray.
no, that was what the hell was that one? It had Tracy Lords in it too. Uh, can't remember. Anyway, my mind. Oh no.
Well, now that you're old,
No
George,
No
Yep.
such thing as age, huh? No such thing as
I've got
age.
I've got an excuse now.
Yeah. Yeah, there's advantages. There really are. I do it, but I'm old.
Yeah,
Come on.
Moving in the way.
holding in the
You're
way.
not
Yeah.
gonna make me do that.
Jesus Christ,
I'm
get out of the
old.
way, you old man. What the fuck?
Ah, what the hell's that smell?
Holding in the gray.
it's does Medicare cover adult diapers?
No, but you get a card. It's $75 a month. You get a card you can spend at the for such things at like CVS or any, Walmart or any other pharmacy and stuff like that. You can buy incidentals like
Something to
adult
look forward
diapers.
to, eh?
Yeah.
Incidentals.
Guess it's better than the option.
It's more like accidentals.
I'll never forget that time I was at the market and this old man was standing there with a big smile on his face. He had looked like he was just dressed up. He had all brand new clothes on and stuff like this. And he's smiling and I look down at his shoe and he's like pooping down his chinos and is covering his